What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kyle. I'm a full-time futures trader and founder of Opinicus. This video is actually a clip. It was a question I got in a recent trading mentorship group where one of the members is asking me about what the use case for prop firms is going to be for a trader that is already profitable. Are they still going to be a good tool? Is it something that you should continue to pursue? In this video, I share my thoughts on that exact question. Enjoy.
So I had a question about when to start using prop firms, basically, especially if you're already withdrawing profits from life capital. Do you think it makes sense to just use some of that and reinvest and like buy a bunch of accounts kind of situation?
Yeah, so really good question. I do think prop firms are a good tool. Now, my primary bread and butter, of course, self-funded account, and I also think that every trader should prioritize a self-funded account. Now, the reason that I originally experimented with prop firms was number one, people were asking me about them, wanted to make sure that it was if I'm getting questions about it, I want to see what the deal is. Is this a legitimate thing? And actually, when I switched all of my options trading over to futures, I first did so in a prop firm because I wanted to see, can I take my option strategy into futures and have it basically just be mirrored? And I originally did that with Top Step. Now, following that experiment, I just went, I transferred most of my options funds into my futures account and focus on the self-funded. Now, this past year, last year, I wanted to explore, how do I put this? Essentially, my strategy, but throughout the day. Because if you guys haven't been here for probably 2+ years, we used to, Mish will remember this, and maybe Ray as well, maybe D-Wall, Benny probably as well, but we used to just like, we would be super active the first hour, first 90 minutes, and then the chat would just be dead. Like we really just traded the morning. And I continued to notice that, my levels and setups that I wanted to trade were panning out throughout the afternoon. And so I utilized prop firms for kind of that, what I call like additional edge exploration and validation, if you will, right? So if you have something that you want to test and you don't really want to do it in your self-funded account, then prop firms are really, really strong tool for that. And we just have to think about the risk outlay, right? It's, you pay $50 for an account, and you basically, if you pass, you're controlling essentially $2,000 because that's the drawdown. And so that's the way I view it. Definitely, I would suggest prioritizing the self-funded. Now, the other angle to look at here is if you're trading a very, very small account. Let's say, it will go like $2,000 or less in your self-funded account, then it may actually make more sense to just utilize the leverage of prop firms because you can link accounts and you can get your hands on stronger leverage with less total risk. So, for example, let's just say your account is 2,000. You can grab two Top Step 50K accounts for a total of $100. Each one's $50. And then if you pass them in the combine, which if you have edge, you should be able to, you pass them, you're now essentially controlling $4,000. And the money that you're controlling is not the actual account value that they market 50K, 100K, whatever. It's just the drawdown that you have. So the 50K accounts have a 2K drawdown. You have two of them, basically have $4,000 of funds that you can actually get paid out on, which is amazing. These tools did not exist even just a couple of years ago. So I think they're very, very valuable. And it's a way to really, explore other areas of your edge, other areas of the market with just a minimal capital outlay. So that's kind of my thoughts. Did you have more specific or scenario questions about that?
No, that's perfect. I was just wondering if you think they're worth it, but it sounds like you're saying they're useful for testing strategies and very small accounts, but otherwise you think it makes sense to just focus on the personal account.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing you can do is you can focus on kind of your bread and butter setup with the self-funded, the personal account. And then if you
Mm.
want to try some other setups or like I said, kind of explore other areas of market edge, the prop firms are a a really good tool for that. But at the end of the day, you do have there are some hoops that you have to jump through to get paid. You have to, a lot of them, you have to trade for a minimum amount of days. You need a minimum amount of profit. The drawdown is relatively tight compared to the amount of risk that they give you. So like on these 50K accounts, I think you can trade up to 6 contracts, which is just, you'll blow that thing instantly if you're trading full size. So there's definitely some cons to them, but it comes with them giving you access to their air quotes capital, right? I mean, it's just, for the most part, it's simulated. But no, I'm definitely for, prop firms as a whole beneficial, depending on use case. If you're just gambling them, you're just throwing money away, right? You're funding other traders. So, but if you use them methodically, you're smart about it, and you're using it in a way that kind of has a long-term vision, or you're just point blank undercapitalized, then they're great. They're great.